Today we dive into one of the great masterpieces of modern art, Georges Seurat's A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte. This monumental canvas, over 3 meters wide, is not just an idyllic Sunday picnic. It's full of symbolism, hidden meanings, and a scientific revolution in painting. Georges Seurat lived a short life, only 31 years, from 1859 to 1891. He came from a wealthy bourgeois family, but turned his back on the conservative rules of the Paris Salon. Seurat developed his own science-based style, Pointillism. He wanted to paint like a chemist, placing pure dots of color on the canvas, which would only mix optically in the viewer's eye. La Grande Jatte was painted between 1884 and 1886. It's enormous, 207 by 308 centimeters, about the size of an entire room. The painting shows Parisians enjoying their leisure time on an island in the Seine. But these figures are not ordinary picnickers. They are stiff, formal, almost sculptural. Seurat wanted to depict modern people as if they were timeless figures in an ancient frieze. The true power of the painting lies in its symbolism. The well-dressed couple represents the rising middle class, but their rigidity can also be read as a critique of bourgeois formality. On the left, a woman fishing is often interpreted as a veiled reference to prostitution. In French, the verb to fish sounds like to sin. On the far right, a woman walks with a monkey on a leash. In 19th century art, monkeys symbolize lust and frivolity, suggesting loose morals. A young girl in a white dress stares directly at us. Her bright presence and unblinking gaze seem to ask, what are we really looking at? Across the grass, we see the stages of life: a baby, children, young couples, and older figures. And on the left, a butterfly reminds us of fragility and transience. There is even more symbolism hidden here. The shadows do not follow the natural logic of sunlight. They are arranged for compositional rhythm. Some art historians see this as a metaphor for modern life, lived by rules and systems, where even nature is bent into order. The figures stand side by side, yet they do not interact, an image of urban alienation. The island was a real place where classes mixed. Workers, soldiers, bourgeois families, and prostitutes all shared the same space. Seurat shows them together but never touching. The dogs scattered across the painting act like emotional surrogates, expressing playfulness or aggression that the humans themselves do not show. And so, while the scene is a Sunday afternoon, it feels anything but relaxed. Perhaps a commentary that even leisure in the modern world is bound by rules. At the same time, the people look almost mechanical. Critics of the era saw this as a portrait of urban alienation, human beings close together, yet disconnected. So why is this painting so significant? First, it launched Neo-Impressionism and changed the direction of modern art. Second, it introduced a scientific approach to color and optics. And third, it became an iconic image of modern life, at once beautiful and deeply critical. And here are a few things you might not know. The painting is estimated to contain over 200,000 individual dots. The bright yellows Seurat used have chemically darkened over time, and digital reconstructions reveal just how luminous the original must have been. Seurat added the painted pointillist border 3 years later, and even had a custom frame built for it. The painting has only left Chicago once. In 1958, a fire broke out at New York's Museum of Modern Art, and La Grande Jatte was rescued at the last moment. And finally, Seurat even hid the work inside another of his paintings. In Les Poseuses, the background shows La Grande Jatte hanging in the studio, creating a dialogue between the two canvases. A Sunday afternoon on the island of La Grande Jatte is not just a scene of a picnic, it is a mirror of its time, full of allegories, science, and contradictions. It forces us to look closely, and at the same time, to see further. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. It helps the channel grow and lets me know what kind of art stories you'd like to see next.